Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha, and I hope everyone had a fabulous Thursday. Okay, y'all, we are going to get into it. Now, if you didn't watch the last live, make sure you go back later and watch that replay. We had an awesome time on that live for our encouraging word Thursday. Oh my goodness, God showed up and God showed out. Also, this morning, okay, we had y'all, woo, they had me going this morning. We were reacting to Thorn and Peach McIntyre. Baby, they have been cutting up, okay? And so this morning we had an over 2 hour live. And so if you were not a part of that, make sure you go and check it out also. I'm still tickled, y'all, from this morning. Oh my goodness. Let's see who we have here so far. Good evening, V. Welcome back, sis, and for being first in the building. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, sis. Thank you for joining. Y'all, let me share it out right quick. Oh, sorry. Let me share out the live because sometimes people don't get the notifications. Let's see here. Okay. I appreciate your patience. Okay. Let's see here. So then we have Queen Tandy. Queen Tandy, I haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome, sis. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Kay Brown. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Bless from Texas is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Hi, Tammy. Thank you for coming on back. Humble me. Hi. Yes, I told you I was coming back. Okay, I was coming back. Thank you for joining again, sis, and for being a blessing tonight. Shout out to Shannon. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay. So, y'all, we're going to get into a topic that I saw on yesterday that blew my mind. I ain't going to say I've never seen this before because there have been some celebrities that have been struggling in the past. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you, sis. We missed you. And one in particular that we're going to discuss, y'all probably have heard of the singing group called In Vogue. Okay, this was a 1990s R&B group that had 4 members. Once upon a time, then it went down to 3. Okay, now it was a lot of little drama things happening up in there. They tried to bring it on back, but it didn't quite work out. Now, one of the members of that In Vogue group was none other than Dawn Robinson. Okay, she was one of the members that stayed. Okay, whether it was 4 members or 3. And y'all, she has admitted that for the past over 3 years, she was living out of her car. Okay. Y'all, it just baffles my mind though. A lot of these groups that were famous and selling records, winning awards, that they get to a point where they just don't have the money, to even survive. That part is baffling me. I really, hearing that just really broke my heart. And so we're actually going to look at her video. She did a video because they said that her channel had been dormant for a minute, and she finally popped out of nowhere telling her story. And this video was posted onto her YouTube this past Tuesday, where she opened up about pretty much why she chose to pursue car life. Okay, that's what she called it, and explained how she hopes her vulnerability can help inspire others who are in dire situations. Okay, Make sure y'all hit the like. Let everyone know that we are live. All right, let's get into it. Let me pull up the video. Okay.
I'm so glad to be back. I'm so namaste, hola, all those things. Okay, hello in every language. Oh my gosh, life was lifing and I had to deal with it like we all do. I'm glad to be back. I'm still on cloud 9017 from from episode 5 because I did that on my own and I'm still just knocked out about it. Wow, 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 wow. Anyway, and I'd like to start this episode with a quote from Bren Brown. It's I think Brene Brown. Bren said, being vulnerable is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of courage because you show up not knowing the outcome. You show up not knowing the reaction people are going to have and what they're going to feel about it or how you're going to be judged. And when I first started this channel, I knew that I was going to talk about this episode. This is one of the topics that I wanted to discuss. And people are like back and forth with me over this whole time, like, well, you shouldn't talk about it because you're a celebrity. And what if they judge you? And I'm like, okay, what if? What if they judge me? So what? We're all judged. Life is life. And it was like nobody has stepped or walked 5 steps.
First of all, welcome, Terry. Thank you so much. And for that reminder, this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Thank you so much and welcome. Humble Me says, show up no matter how you will be judged. Okay, that part. Okay, because either people will talk whether you're doing good or people will talk whether you're doing bad. Okay, so my thing is just be honest up front because, hey, it is what it is. That's just going to be life. And so, I respect her courage to come forward, with her vulnerability and discussing with us what has happened. Because, like she said, the reality is a lot of people feel like, celebrities are on this pedestal sometimes and that they can't be broke or go through issues and so forth. So I'm happy that she is sharing her story.
In my stilettos. So it's real and it's okay. It's like part of being human is to be vulnerable. I'm human first. I don't care about celebrity. I don't care about being a woman. I don't care about any of the things that we think, oh my God, you shouldn't. It's like, that's the very reason that I should. That's the very reason that I am. I'm glad you guys are still with me and that you didn't give up on me. It's been a minute, like I said. So a lot of people are like, she's not coming back. We're not going to see her again. Yeah, you will. Thank you for having faith in me. Okay, that said, um, and I've always been honest too. That's the other thing. I'm like, why stop now? I'm not gonna change who I am. I think that's what a lot of people love about me. I hope that's what you guys love about me. So anyway, my aim is to inspire and to let people know that you're capable of anything. No matter what the odds are against you, you are capable of anything. You're capable of everything. Whatever you think you can't do, you can do that thing. Like, come on, man, this is life. We got to figure shit out for ourselves. So anyway, I digress. You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger, she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. I didn't understand it. I still don't. And it hurt me. So I was just trying to figure it out, but I couldn't. I can't. You can't read someone else's mind. You can't figure them out. They got to figure themselves out. So
Welcome.
I was like, let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas, and then the guy that was co-managing.
So I have a question. If you had to make that choice, living with a parent, hi skeptic, welcome, thank you for joining. Living with a parent, okay, her mom, they were kind of um, getting into it, or living in your car. Which decision do you think you would make? Would you try to work it out with your mom just for the sake of having a roof over your head, or would you think that your car would be a better solution? I know everyone's situation is different and everyone's thought process on that is different. Humble Me said, I know the freedom of those words. I was living in my car. Oh, you were living in your van. Okay, wow. And you never know people's situations. Um, Humble Me said that she was a survivor of Hurricane. Was it Florence? Yes, she was a survivor of the Hurricane Florence uh, situation when we had that catastrophe, and there have been people that have had to live in their cars for various reasons. And that drove a lot of people to live in their cars. You will be surprised how many doctors, lawyers have fallen onto hard times. You would think in those careers that, hey, they have a whole lot of money, okay, have the means to make some money. But something happened, life happened, and pretty much they were stranded and just had to become homeless. For some people, a peace of mind is worth more than the quality of living. Wow. Okay. That's a good point, V. Busy B. Hey, Busy B. If it was just me, I would thug it out in that car. I've been in this position before, but I chose to go ahead and stay with my family because I had my daughter with me and we needed a stable space. Now, that's a good point, too. I think it also matters if you have children or a child with you, whether you are going to, live in your car or so forth, because that becomes a whole other issue. It makes me think about that Tyler Perry movie. What was the name of it, Charles? With where he had the love interest of the woman. She got kicked out of her house. They put her stuff out, and she had her daughter, and they were living in a car and things of that sort. And it's just harder when it's with children. Skeptic said it truly depends, right? Let's see. Hi, Beverly. Welcome. Hey, Becca. Thank you for joining again. Thank y'all for sharing.
Me at the time was living in LA, and he said, you need to come back to LA because it's getting ready to be fire in Vegas. You need to come back. I love LA, so I said okay. And he said that I could stay with him, and so I
That's a
was
big
like,
win
okay.
for me. Wow.
But you have a dog, I have a dog. Do we have? And he's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his
Wow.
place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm gonna put you in a hotel for the night, and that one night turned into 8 months. Oh my God, you guys! I was like, no, this is unacceptable because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I looked at a place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would tell him ahead of time, of course. And then he wouldn't meet me there. And so I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. I'm like, dude, I'm the one who has to live here. This is my remote for my phone. Um, you can push play and pause and all that stuff. So that's why I'm holding this. Anyway, and it's way cheaper than the hotel. I told my assistant one day, I have been researching car life. There's a whole community of people that live in their cars, and a whole community of people that live in their RVs, and a whole community of people that live in vans. Van life, car life, RV life.
Mm.
And I loved what I was seeing. I just thought, wow, these people, I could do that. I could do this, I think. And I ended up in my car, and it's been, like I said, 3 years. Yeah, I mean, I felt like he was playing games, and I knew he was playing games, and I wasn't the one. I'm like, come on, I'm trying to make this easier on you because financially, I know it's got to be hard. You're paying your rent and you're paying my hotel. Like, no, his apartment was 1,700 a month. And then my hotel was over 3,000. Yeah, way too much. And no, I'm not doing this. I can't. So, and I was always stressed every week because he would pay weekly for the hotel. So every week I was like, oh my God, can you afford it? Are you okay? And he's like, no, I can't, but I'm getting it together. What?
Wow. Hi, Life. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, Humble Me says she's right. It's way cheaper than a hotel. We called it pull up, park, and praise. Okay, you got to get creative. Okay. Skeptic said the struggle is real. Yes. Okay, because if you think about it, those hotels are expensive. And who's going to continue to put you up in a hotel for the rest of your life? So it's almost like you have to make a decision, a choice. She was trying to find a place, but then her former manager, he still had his bills too. So what do you do? And so she said that she had been researching and looking into the car life, where people have van life, car life, and RV life. And so she struggled to pay for the hotel, but then wouldn't approve the apartment. He always found something wrong with the apartments as well. So that was interesting.
You're the one who said to go to the hotel and you're not approving any of the apartments. Like, it would be so much cheaper to just get me into an apartment. Like, what's the problem? Sometimes I think, you guys, people want to trap you and keep you in a situation where you're vulnerable and depending on them. And I wasn't the one. So, yeah, I got out of there. So there's two people that I have in my life that are keeping me going. Actually, three. One is my forever mother-in-law. I dated her son. Of course, we're no longer together. And she's like my, oh my gosh, my go-to. And then I have my assistant Nisi. Sorry, Nisi is, whoo, you guys. I swear, every day she's like, Diva. She calls me Diva. You can do this. You got this. Oh, and the third person is Evan, my brother, Evan. Denise, I think I'm going to go and sleep in my car. I think I'm going to live in my car. I've been researching it and I know I can do this. And she's like, yeah, you can. She was gung ho and I was like, okay. So I went up to Malibu. Malibu is the place where you can take Highway 1 all the way from New York, literally. And it's kind of the place where everybody stops along the way when they're coming from the East Coast and they're heading west, to California, to make their dreams come true, to start a new life. March 9th, 2022 is when I left the hotel. And I got to Malibu and the music on the radio was Avant, Sailing by Avant. I like Christopher Cross's version as well, but this version was like perfect timing. It was so beautiful. Both of them are beautiful, but it was the moment the sun was going down, it was setting, and it was just like I was filming and it was beautiful. So I didn't regret anything. I was just scared that night. That first night was scary. But then as I got to know what to do in my car and how to do.
Wait a minute. Humbleby said her husband told her about this, but she had no idea who he was speaking of. He had no details. Okay. Baby, she said her hotel was 2K a month. Woo, woo. That's, y'all, if you think about that, it's like some house payments or rent payments. Yes. Humbleby said March 9th, my life day, come through message. Wow. Queen Tandy said, if I was a celebrity and had money after I pay all my bills, I would invest my money and start a lucrative business because that work is not guaranteed. A lot of them waste money keeping up with the Joneses. Ooh, that's a good point. Hi, Lolo. Hey, sis. I hope you are having a good day at work. Thank you for tuning in. Howdy, lawn lifters. Thank you for joining. Welcome. I appreciate it.
Do it, like how to cover my windows and you don't talk to certain people. You're careful of telling people that you're alone, as a woman, especially. And I'm a celebrity. I don't just divulge that to people. If you don't know who I am, I'm not telling you that part. I felt free. That was a sense of freedom that I had. I was so free. I felt like wow, this is so different. I felt like I was on a camping trip. I just felt like it was the right thing to do. I didn't regret it, you know. A lot of celebrities have slept in their cars. A lot of people, not just sleeping, but lived in their cars, or lived in the case of Marvin Gaye, he was living.
Wow, y'all, did y'all hear that? Wow, just grasp that. Okay. She said she was living in her car, but she felt free. Oh my goodness. That is very profound. Wow. Thank you, Humble Me. She said openness. And you know what? I remember seeing you line lifters before. I thank you for coming tonight. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Wow, that is so telling. Oh my goodness.
In a bread van. I don't know if that was like the name of the van, or
Right,
it
the
was literally that they delivered
yeah, she
bread
did
and
point Sandy.
somebody had it and let him live in it. I don't know what the case
Right,
was,
Lion.
but he was living in a bread van just before sexual healing came. You guys, this is not like, oh my god, poor Dawn. She's living in her car and it's terrible. Oh, what was me? It's not that. It's not a, like I said, I'm learning about who I am. I'm learning myself as a person, as a woman. And I didn't think if you would have said to me while I was in Vogue, you're going to be living in your car one day, I'd be like, huh? No, I'm always going to have an apartment. I can't live in my car. How can I do that? I won't be able to live in my car. We say that we can't do certain things before we even know we're capable. Nisa keeps telling me that when people find out, when the fans hear that you're living in your car, they're going to be so proud of you, because I am documenting this whole adventure. It's an adventure, you guys. It's a journey, and I've been documenting it and filming myself doing certain things. I can only film so much, is from my point of view. I have a lot of footage of me just like making this whole thing work. Yeah, and I'm glad that I made this choice because I needed to go through this fire. If some of you are on your spiritual journey, you may know or may have heard of something called Dark Night of the Soul. And that's when you go through like a period of isolation, a period of separating yourself from family and friends. And I'm in the trenches of this right now. And I'm like, I wouldn't trade my experiences and what I've gone through for the world. I miss my family. I miss everybody that I was connected to, but I needed to do this alone and without everybody's judgment or opinions and all of that stuff. I needed to do this for me. It's it's not easy by any means. You're pretty familiar with your surroundings in your apartment, whereas in your car.
Wow. So Becca's okay. Let me go back to Humble Me's comment. Humble Me said, "It is a freeing experience. I truly enjoyed it for a while. Y'all know I ain't gonna hold y'all. If it wasn't for our babies, I'd do it again." Wow, that's interesting. Becca said, "See on YouTube. I see on YouTube a lot of people living in their cars. Really? Oh my goodness. Oh, saying peace of mind is priceless. So true. That is so true. I understand exactly what she's saying. Wow, skeptic. I'm telling y'all, it, I can even see a part of the freedom of that would be the bills that you don't have to pay. Okay. Now, as far as even in your car, some people make money using their cars. Okay, with the Uber Eats, the DoorDash, Instacart, a lot of things, and they probably use that money towards gas and getting little foods and things like that. You can sometimes get you a membership at the gym, go take showers there, exercise, go to some of the truck stops, take showers, YMCA's, things like that. You're constantly moving about. So it could be in some aspects, kind of adventurous. I can see the adventurous side of that if some people would like to do some things like that, and just giving you the piece of sometimes being by yourself. Like she said, she was had a lot of time to think, to really get to know her and who she is. Life said, in this economy, I live in my car too. These bills are stressing me out. Okay, like I'm telling you, it is getting to that point. Those people have YouTube channels and living in their cars. Wow. So they're making a YouTube check and everything. Oh my goodness. That's interesting.
Like every day I have to take my bed down in the back. I gotta, if it rains, oh my God, I've had problems because my car is older and the insulation around my windows, my car started leaking at a certain point. I was like, what the? Okay, stop, figure it out. And so I went to School of Knowledge and I saw that you have to get insulation. Nisi actually bought me the insulation. I didn't know she was going to do it. And she just said, Diva, I ordered it for you. What? Okay. And then when it came, I had to figure out how to put the insulation in the freaking windows and in the doors as well. So stuff like that. My dog ended up passing away in my car, my baby, Max. You guys know Max. And that was
Hi,
hurtful
Southern
going through
Belle.
that with him
Welcome.
without my
Yes,
parents around. I
Sandy,
used
I
to call my mom for
understand.
stuff like that. So that was hard. But he was telling me the day that he was leaving, and I kind of days leading up, actually, I knew he was leaving. 16 years together, longer than any relationship I've ever had. But my baby, I miss him. Now it's like I'm really on my own. But I'm documenting. I think I started telling that and I didn't finish. But I'm documenting all of this. I am during those interviews. I didn't. The first interview was with Joyce from Climax, and she at that time when I was staying in my car in Vegas, she was like, "Dawn, are you documenting this? Like, are you filming this?" And I said, "Yes, I have been documenting it actually for my documentary." So yeah, I was like, "Yes, I am." Because people need to see.
And also imagine the story she will have. Okay. Over 3 years, she could write a book. I mean, oh my gosh, just do vlogs and things like that. Busy B said someone literally just bought a lot and made a trailer park home right across the street from my apartments. And every time I pass by it, I'm like, shh, looking better and better every day. Okay. I'm telling you. Um, a lot rent as opposed to rent sounds good, right? And you know what? And I passed through a neighborhood too. It's like kind of close to where we live. It's like a countryside, and so some of those homes have been there a long, probably a long time. You know, it's like an older neighborhood, but then they started developing the land and built some newer homes. Hi, Brittany, welcome. And so, in the midst of these older homes, there was a piece of land, y'all. Do you know on that piece of land, they have built a mansion? Like when you pass by there, you're like, wait a second. Okay, it was this little opening, like a little old house there. They they added to that, they turned that little house into a two-car garage. Okay, they have the fancy driveway. And I'm like, oh my goodness. It's sometimes cheaper to just buy the land and then you can build a home however you want to on it, as opposed to just going out getting a home like some of the other ones in that little community or whatever. But that is going to send the probably the appraisals up some, the value, because they are building more mansions in the midst of these older homes. Sometimes those tough times give you the biggest breakthroughs. Hello, you find out God had you the entire time and He is all that you need. When you say that again, I have to give you some snaps. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Queen Sandy. I totally agree. Becca said she have enough time to herself to write a book. Exactly. She really could. Say it, Busy Bee. We had FEMA camps living, and it was absolutely amazing. We was like, okay, God, all of this, yes, okay. And then you probably along the way meet different people too. When you're in those types of situations, not only will God show you that He is real, He's for you and has you, but then He connects you with the right people. He shows you favor. Opening these doors, maybe give you stuff for free. People don't realize it is during the tough times that you really, really get to see God and experience God. Okay. How did she end up homeless? I guess she ran out of money because in Vogue had not done a lot, the songs and records in a long time, Brittany. and they tried to kind of get it back together and do a reunion, but it just didn't work out. And probably over time, that money started getting thinner and thinner, and she probably couldn't cover bills and things. Wow, that is so sad, because then you wonder, was there some type of savings and all of that? She didn't really go into that part yet.
How I've done this. It is no joke, you guys. And I hope from this you can gather that, wow, if Dawn could do that,
Right, Humble Me?
I can do anything. Come on, we're capable of so much more than we give ourselves credit for as human beings. I mean, society tends to look down on people for living off grid. When I tell you, off grid is exactly what a lot of people are going to start doing. There's a lot more people doing that now than it was back in the day, off grid, because during the pandemic, and it was a pandemic. Now everybody's finding out the truth of it. They're admitting a lot of stuff about that, but during that whole thing, a lot of people were like, "Why am I paying rent and or mortgage, and we have an RV or a van and or car, and we can do that instead of paying all this money, and our hours are cut at work and we don't have as much money anyway, so let's just do this." It's been an unexpected path that I've enjoyed quite a bit. It's not like, oh my god, she's got somebody to help her every day. I don't. It's just me. But that's the beauty of it, like learning that I can do all these things myself. Wow, come on, I'm really, really, really proud of myself. I nobody could have told me that I was going to do this.
Oh, I love that, Humble.
I would have said you're crazy out of your mind. I was talking to someone about filming this, actually
Right.
getting some more footage and filming this for me, and they were saying, well, people might think this is a publicity stunt. I'm like, there are many things that people have done for publicity stunts. Saying that I'm living in my car and actually not living in my car would be a stupid publicity stunt, but this is not publicity. I have all the footage from Vegas to LA to prove that. So once you guys see my actual documentary, you'll know this was no joke. And it is not something that I would have chosen, but I'm glad that I put myself out here. I'm glad that I did it. I have no shame. I am my own responsibility, you know? I only have me out here. And so I have to really like plan ahead for a lot of things. I mean, it's up to me, win or lose. When I succeed again, because I will, when I'm on top again, or when I have a resurgence of my career again, the way that I want, um, that getting to that point is only up to me. So from here, from my car into that life is going to be amazing. From this point and succeeding again is going to be amazing. I see it in my mind. I have known. Sometimes when before I go to sleep, I visualize seeing that, seeing myself like, oh my God, number one documentary, whoever I sell it to, I don't know, Netflix, because people have to see what this is like. But just a woman in general, or a man, please, this is not, like I said, it's not easy, but that you can do this on your own. You can make it happen for yourself. And the people that I have met along the way, like I said, I'm very cautious who I talk to. But some of the people that I've talked to are like, oh my God, yeah, it's not easy, but I wouldn't trade it, because like, wow, would I have an apartment right now if I had a choice? I would. I'm not going to lie. But am I glad that I did this? Absolutely. Proud of what I've accomplished out here. Just so you guys know, I have a gym membership and I shower there.
Wow.
I'm not, I'm a funky diva, but I'm not funky. But I wouldn't trade any of what I've gone through for nothing. Like, guys, I miss my family, but I'm proud of me, and I'd rather be on my own right now and see my family.
But I just wonder why she hasn't seen her family. Is there still some type of animosity, or the arguing and things that they were going through? Because even if you're living in your car, is it possible for them to send like a plane ticket or something of that sort? So I'm curious to know what is going on with her family. Now she did hi Share, is it Share TV? Welcome. I know when she first started out, she said that she was living with her mom, but then it's like her and her mom got into it. It was kind of tension there. So she chose to leave and not stay there. So I'm just curious to know, where is the rest of her family, and why hasn't she? I think it's still a lot of questions. As far as like, because Brittany asked that question earlier about, what happened to the finances. And I mean, she doesn't have to go into details, but these are just wonderings. And then she keeps saying she misses her family. So I guess I'm just wondering, well, what's stopping her from seeing her family? Yes, at Christmas last year, we had 7 families in a 2-bedroom suite. We all still meet up to this day. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. 7 families in a 2-bedroom? Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Or year before last, rather, last Christmas was our first Christmas in our current home. Wow. God bless you, humble me. I'm telling you, you just never know people's stories and what they're going through. And like she said, she wouldn't trade it for the world. She has learned a lot, and probably has learned a lot about God and Him helping her in this situation.
family when it's time, and when things change, hopefully they come to terms with what they
Yes,
did. You
skeptic.
know, my sister, we don't talk, but I helped her so much when I first
Mm.
got in Vogue and through my career. And now no one is anywhere to be found. And that's okay. I know how I treated everybody in my life. They're the ones who have to
She said, no one is to be found, y'all. Like, where are her friends, her former members, the other group members? Like, wow, I wonder, after seeing this, will they reach out to her? Did they know this? She said her and her sister are not talking. So y'all, if you kind of read between the lines, there's something going on there with with the mom and the sister, and her and her whole family dynamic. It has to be probably something going on. I'm just kind of picking up on some of that. Brittany said, how's she doing, hygiene or etc., because she's in her car. How's she paying for gas for her car? And Brittany, she just said that she is using the shower. She has a gym membership. Now, as far as how is she making her money, she hasn't stated that part yet, so I don't know. Queen said, well, she could be doing like some door dashing or Uber Eats or something to get some money for that. Congratulations on you and your family's new home. What a blessing. Right. It is a blessing. Okay, my mom and I went through the same thing, and now we've been in our place for a year now. Well, praise the Lord. I'm so happy to hear that. God bless you. I know that that is an experience. And like Skeptic said earlier, the struggle is real, y'all. It is so many people, even right now, her story is probably so relevant, that are losing their homes. They're losing jobs. They're losing their homes. They're trying to figure out what's next. What do I do? Some people can't handle that kind of pressure. Okay, they don't know which way to go. Hi, Mrs. E. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I believe she is okay. I believe that too. It makes you wonder, especially with the family and the members of the group involved. Exactly, Brittany. Yes, I agree. Totally agree.
live with how they treated me. So I feel for them, but I can't tell them how to behave. They're grown. I challenge you to do the things that are scary. Do things that you don't think that you're capable of, but you wanted to do. Something that has been in your soul, like, I'm going to try that. I'm going to travel for a year. Or you guys have your own dreams. Whatever that thing is that you think you're scared to do, that you don't think you can, do it. Be spontaneous. Be spontaneous. You want to start a business and you actually have the money to, and you've been putting it off and putting it off. Or maybe you don't even have the money, but you're going to figure it out. People are doing that. Like, you can see the whole internet thing has blown up because people have businesses online. People are going to call you crazy, and that's okay. Maybe you are. I'm crazy, and I'm also proud of myself. I know that none of these people who are calling me crazy could do what I've done. Boom, shaka boom. You'll feel a sense of freedom when you push yourself, like I said. Um,
A sense of freedom when you push yourself. Shout out to Southern Belle. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that, sis, and thank you for being a sponsor for tonight's show. Thank you so much. Hey, Dreamy Girl. Hey, sis. Welcome back. Okay. And thank you. Here are various ways that you can support, whether it's by buying a copy. Also, join our membership for the open book. We are doing a special game night and giveaway tomorrow night. That is one way you can support as well. Also, my Cash App is listed also. Okay, humble. Behind this great and wonderful news. Right. Exactly. Okay.
Oh, these are boats. They're all coming into port right now. Anyway, I love y'all. Do the scary. Fuck fear. Whoop fear. And do the scary. See you guys on the next one. Ask me questions like you always do. I always answer. I know you guys have questions, so please ask. I'll be glad to answer anything. Yeah, push yourself. I love you.
Rush on dawn from end goal.
Okay.
Rush
Get
on.
off. Okay. Um. So she said, push yourself. Okay. And she also said, do the scary. Oh my goodness. Let's see, with a lot of corruption going on in the industry. I remember watching an interview where she said she was only paid a couple of cents. What? When she was in the group. Wow, that is so sad. And y'all, it even makes you think about this thing with the Angie Stone, her and her royalties and things of that sort. You just never know how much TLC having to file bankruptcy. Okay. Tony Braxton. These are celebrities that have had to file for bankruptcy. We didn't know why. Okay, we were all wondering, well, how TLC, they had all of these hits and things like that. Like, what happened to their money? We never know how they're being paid. Yes, that is crazy. And so in Vogue, not getting paid the way they probably needed to. Then over time, her money is just dwindling if they're not getting any engagements and really being out there. What else does she have to fall back on? Now, y'all, her ex husband is also speaking out, okay? His name is Andre Allen. He's speaking out. He recently saw I guess this video. He was married to Dawn from 2003 to 2010. Okay. Um, and so here's a picture of them, Andre and Dawn. Now, y'all, this gets interesting. Okay, because this could be God offering her a blessing in disguise. And we'll just have to see how this goes. Now, he said that while their union ended in disaster, okay, he doesn't want to see her crash out and think she'd be a perfect inclusion into the Hilton brands. Okay, meaning the hotel Hilton. Okay. He orchestrated her short-lived reunion back in the day with En Vogue before things shuttered for good. But he told during this article that leaving the music industry actually saved his life and his finances because he was involved back then too in that industry. He said that he found God. He has a new fiance, and now he makes more money than he ever did in the music industry. Even after earning 2 Grammy Awards, several gold albums, and his royalties as a solo artist and member of an R&B group called For Example. And I never heard of them. So he was in a group called For Example, and it's the Roman numeral 4. So he loaned dozens of notable music industry friends in the past money, and he said that he had to watch dozens of others die in poverty. Okay, and he said that he doesn't want that for her. He doesn't want that for her. Let me come and see y'all's comments. Yeah, okay. I'm telling you, I don't think any of us want that for her. Hey, Kimberly, welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I never knew that. So let me see. So now Dre, he feels that Dawn can use kind of her charisma, her personality, and build up that she had gotten built up by the music industry to make real money in his field to influence people with sales. Entertainment, he feels, is not going to pay her what she is worth. Okay. So um he says that he floated this offer to her, actually, y'all, check this out, before her homeless situation jumped off. So now he's wondering if she's going to be willing to humble herself and accept the opportunity. Now, what do y'all think about that? Okay, so he made her this offer. Look, okay, you're in a position. You can come on over to the Hilton Brands and kind of do some sales and make your money. Now he even posted one of his rewards that he got fourth quarter 2015. He had made $676,688. Now that's sad, y'all. If he's saying that he's making more money there than he did in his music group, okay. So what do y'all think? Do you think she's going to take him up on this offer and try to get back on her feet? Or is that just too close for comfort? It's coming from your ex-husband. He's trying to, be nice and extend an olive branch and help you get a job at the same time. Or do you think she'll continue her car life and, kind of wing it, see where life goes, and maybe, look into something else or try to get back into the music industry? What do y'all think? Kimberly said, I don't know what it is about you, OB, but in the morning time, getting these children ready for school, I be looking for you, sis. Now, sis, this morning I was live. Where were you at? I was live this morning. Okay. Skeptic said I wouldn't trust it. Okay. Humble Me said, once you choose or have no choice to be homeless, you've already humbled yourself. There's no price man can pay for a come up. Oh, wow. That's a good point too, Humble. Cause she made the decision. Cause she could have had a roof over her head. If you think about it, it's been a couple of times. First, the guy was paying for the hotel. But she was like, that's getting too expensive. I don't want you to do that anymore. Then she had a chance to live with her mom, but things were getting a little heavy, and heated there. So she chose to live in her car. So now, before she chose to live in her car, allegedly he had offered her a position to Michael, come out of there, to be I guess in sales at the hotel, and she turned it down, but she still became homeless. So now he's offering that again. Interesting. I was in the bushes since getting on my son's. Okay, because he be slow poking in the morning and I be on his but I was in the bushes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Kimberly. I get it. Okay. I don't know, y'all. This is interesting. I'm curious to see where this goes. If she's going to continue to live in her car, or will she try to do something else? Okay, Skeptic said, I believe she's trusting in God. Right. I believe that too. It seems like, you know, at the time she said she seems like it's free. And y'all, I'm going to be honest, probably I appreciate that. Thank you so much. My thing is, once you've not had to pay bills for a long time and you get used to that, it's probably hard going back to paying bills like, the electricity, the rent, all of that. It's almost like when you used to work from home and then you had to go back in person. Like that took a lot out of you because you got so used to it for a couple of years. Okay. So I'm wondering, will she continue to try to do this and maybe find some little odd jobs, maybe write a book, do a documentary, make money off of that? or take him up on the offer and try to go back into something different, work. And I don't see, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I don't see her doing that though. It may have worked for him, coming out of the music industry and then going into that. But to me, she doesn't seem like that type. For some reason, I don't see her going to work for a hotel. And that's just my opinion. She may, but I don't know. Hi, Knowledge is Key. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And then yeah, right, Skeptic. I can see that too. Bless from Texas said, I think she would live the car life. He needs to leave her alone. Right, because I was just about to say that. If you think about it, sir, okay, you are now engaged. And don't try to use oh, let me watch y'all say this. Because I don't want to say that because I don't know. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of how to say this. Now, he has to be careful, for one, because this is his ex-wife. That's number one. Number two, although he made that offer before, right now this is public, and I wouldn't want it to be an opportunity that he's attaching himself to. Can y'all read between the lines? Because I'm trying not to put something out there because we don't know people's hearts and motives. I'm just saying, of where this could possibly go. Yeah, she thinks she's too good for like that. Excuse my language. Oh, you think she thinks she's too good for it? Uh-oh. Brittany said, I didn't think about that, but y'all have a great point. Right. Okay. Worry about this new wife. I'm telling you. All right, humble. Okay. I'm telling you, you gotta pay. Girl, because I don't know. I see a Tyler Perry movie coming. I bet he reach out. I can see her in acting. You know what? Knowledge is key. You have a point. All right. Okay. Tyler may reach out. Now that's another good point. I like that. She said, I have a lot of respect for Keisha, aka OB, because I would have been went on these. Thank you. No, I'm good. And so yeah, I don't know. I'm really I'm a little torn on that one. I'm a little torn as far as the job part. As far as this guy, I would leave it alone. I wouldn't want any confusion, anything going there. I would say, sir, thank you so much, for trying to extend that olive branch. All is forgiven, all is well. I choose to move on with my life. She looks like, she's dealing with it. She looks happy. But that could, that's a little red flag for me. um, I appreciate it, Kimberly. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes. But yeah, we'll see, y'all. I think she's going to keep on with that car life for a little bit and continue to document it. Now, her channel had been dormant, so I think she's also probably going to do more from her channel. So I said, I think I'm gonna even try to subscribe so I can follow, more of that, and see where this goes with her. Hopefully, some of the other group members will reach out because y'all know they probably know by now what's going on because this has been out here for what 2 days now, and so I'm pretty sure people have hit them up. Hey, what's going on with y'all, girl? Y'all know how people are. How come y'all got y'all girl out here being homeless? Y'all ain't trying to reach out to. Not laughing at her situation, but I'm just laughing at what people probably calling them saying. Okay, y'all can't offer her to come stay with y'all. Like, what's up? Are y'all still talking? People trying to get in the business. Okay, thank you, humble me. Okay, I'm telling you. They will try to get in the business to see why they have their former member out on the street and not calling to get her some help or opening up their homes to her. Okay, I can see it now. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna hit up her subscribe. I think I'm gonna drop her channel in the chat. So in case y'all want to follow too. Okay, they go from being a six figure to working a 9 to 5. I just don't see it. Yeah, I it's hard. Like I don't know what in the world. I think probably more of them, and someone said it earlier. Um, just investing, making sure you have some type of investment. She is probably safer being alone. Wow, that's true. That's her channel, y'all. It just comes to show you that industry doesn't see their clients as anything more than a dollar bill. Ooh, woo! Okay, you better say it again. Man, that is Kimberly got me laughing. Okay, girl, that is so true. It's so sad. But y'all, I do feel like if not Tyler Perry, somebody is going to do something. Okay. They're going to reach out to her besides her ex-husband and offer her an opportunity. Y'all remember what was his name? I'm trying to think of his character's name on the Cosby Show. The husband, not Bill Cosby, but Sandra's husband. What was his name? Y'all remember someone took a picture of him working in the grocery store trying to clown him, and Tyler Perry reached out to him. Baby was giving him some movie roles and things like that. Baby, you never know when God gonna send the right person to bless you. Okay, okay. Like Lupac says, I said, or should I not say it? Right? She even did music with the Tony guy. Right. Wow. That's so sad. It's mind blowing. But I love some of the things that she said. I love some of the things that she said. She said it's like being free. And that's one word I've never heard anyone say, about being homeless. Wow. Humblebee said just up to her page is more CCs with subs than her. I pray God expand her platform and her testimony, lead the masses to better understanding and ultimately to God. Yes, okay. I do agree with that. Yes. Let's see. Life said, I hope so. Can't have our girl out here like Delonte West now. Yes. Okay. I'm telling you, I will, Kimberly. Shoot, it's the way I say it, but I do. I hope that she gets back on her feet sooner than later. Yes. Knowledge is key said, I would love to know if she is friends with any of her group members. Right. Hi, Lou. Welcome. Right. That's what it brings that up as well. When we're talking about that, I mean, we can't help but to think, where are the other group members? Have they, now that they probably are going to hear about this, if they have not, what are they going to say? What happened with that? Did they get into a disagreement? So it just brings up different questions and wonderings. Yes, that's a good point. But I feel that, and just like the lady, God bless her, with the kids that had reached out for help, and she was living in her van with her 4 children, y'all. And this was during the months where it was really, really cold. She had already tried to get help and somewhere to stay, but she was living in her van. And lo and behold, she ran out of gas and had to sit in a parking lot. And unfortunately, thank you, Brittany, 2 of her children passed away from hypothermia. Um, Now, after that situation, that's when people started to reach out to her to offer her a home. She was blessed with a home. And I'm like, man, imagine if that had been a little sooner, or when she had originally asked for help. Imagine she could have still probably had her two children. So that was a sad story. But we just never know. Oh, I miss he is engaged. That changes things. No, okay, Queen Ten. He is engaged. Okay. Baby, we don't need those kind of problems right now. Okay, he better focus on getting married. That is not his concern right now. That fiance, okay, probably has some different thoughts. No problem, open book. Oh no, sad. That's sad and great that she got a home now. Yes, exactly. She has a home now. People were reaching out to her, giving her donations and things of that sort after the fact. But what would have happened if she had had that help before? Some people reach out to other people for help in various ways. They don't want to tell you all of their business. We have to protect people's dignity at all costs. It's only for a season. I don't believe it being a lifetime. And so, it's not good to just embarrass people, that are going through a hard time and things of that sort. Because it could be you, it could be me, it could be anyone at any time. We all have different stories and things that we come from. Life said you got to cover that story, OB, because I think she was just arrested since autopsy revealed it was carbon monoxide. Wait, for the young lady with the two kids that I thought they said hypothermia. So wait, life, if that happened though, was that? I mean, if she was outside and had the truck running for heat, why would they? I'm gonna have to look into that. Now you got me wondering because I mean, if she was outside, let's say for example, because y'all know it's really cold during those months, and she had the van running, and carbon monoxide got into the van. I don't think why would she be arrested for that? That seems like that would have been an accident, and she was trying to keep warm. That's probably how the car ran out of gas. Oh my goodness. So that's her. Oh my gosh. I'm going to definitely look into that. They're addicted to the internet now. Ain't no way a 9 to 5 is even in their vocabulary. Right. Knowledge is key said open. They later ruled the kids' deaths from the fumes of carbon monoxide. Oh my goodness, y'all. That just broke my heart. What? So she's being charged for that? She just needs to get a job. The dude from the Cosby Show worked at Whole Foods. She needs to humble herself. Right. Okay. So the Bell said, yeah, I saw this story last night. What? I read that she's being charged. Oh my gosh. Y'all, let me see. But my thing is, oh my gosh. Okay, so it says a warrant request. Yeah, I'm sorry, we took a whole tour. A warrant request has been sent by Detroit police to the prosecutor regarding Tatiana Williams. Williams and her family were homeless and living inside a van at Detroit's Greektown Casino garage parking structure last month. Two of her 5 children living inside the van died from carbon monoxide toxicity, and she could be facing criminal charges. Y'all, I'm hoping that they don't charge her, officially charge her where she's convicted. Let's see. The van had run out of gas and turned off sometime in the night, leading to lethal temperatures inside the vehicle. Okay. Officials believe that two of them froze to death, but medical examiners confirmed on Tuesday that the two children actually died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Y'all, I'm telling you, regardless, that poor lady probably had the van running in the garage. trying to keep her children warm. And that's probably how she ran out of gas. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh girl. What type of question? Oh my goodness. Tapping out open. I've got to be up at three. Girl, 3 hours? Girl, look, I'm about to get on two. Okay. But I love you and we'll catch the rest of the room. Thank you so much. No, we're about to get off. I thank you, Humble Me. Thank you for hanging out with us the past two lives, for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it, sis. Thank you so much. Okay, so her baby daddy is disputing her claims also. Where did I drop the channel? For which one? Don Robinson. Good night, Brittany. Thank you for joining again, sis. Look, we all tapping out. What time is it? 11:18. Here it is, Queen Tandy. So, y'all, we're gonna see pretty much what happens with that. I hope they don't convict her because I truly believe it wasn't intentional. I believe that she was in that parking garage structure, probably had the car running, okay, trying to keep warm, and it ran out of gas. But then by morning, I mean, it had been running so long, they had probably already, she probably thought they were asleep, but they probably had already been, poisoned, and then woke up. Their bodies were cold. She thinking it's from the cold from outside, but they had probably passed away. Oh Lord, this is so traumatic. And then on top of that, okay, she was she was homeless, finally got a home and things, and now a warrant has been issued. So I'm praying that they will look into that. I don't believe it was intentional. In my heart of hearts, I don't think it was intentional. Oh my goodness, y'all, that breaks my heart. That's a whole other layer. You have to bury your two children, okay, and go through that trauma, and now you're being arrested for possibly, because of carbon monoxide poisoning. Oh my gosh, y'all. Well, my prayers are up um, in this situation, because then you have the other kids. I don't want them to be without their mom. It's just too much. It wasn't intentional, but I think they're looking at it as neglect. I don't know, the situation is sad all around. Right. But I don't even see how beautiful chaos. Welcome. Thank you for joining, and thank you for that Cash App lesson earlier. I really appreciate it. Um, my thing is they should look into, was she, yes, and we're about to get off, was she trying to make sure that her children stayed warm? How is that neglect? You know what I'm saying? Even if they had gotten carbon monoxide poisoning, she probably wasn't thinking. Like, you're outside, although it's in a structure. Because I did hear, even if you have the garage door open, um, you could still, if you're running your car sitting there in the garage, it could still be a lot of carbon monoxide. Like, they tell people don't do that, regardless of if the garage door is open. So you would think, oh, I'm outside in this garage, structure, that I'm good with running my car. But it's probably not enough air right there circulating. And yeah, that's probably how it happened. Ooh. I gotta tell my husband about that. Golly, that is so crazy. But y'all, I'll look into it some more and follow that as well, because I didn't even know about it until y'all said that. Wow, yeah, girl, it's a shame. I hate it. Well, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, if you have not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell, because you never know when I'm going to go live. Shout out to Southern Belle for that super sticker, and thank you so much for being a sponsor for tonight's show. Hey, who the F is she? She said, Obi in chat, hello, Miss Man, what time zone are you in? She said, "What time zone are you in? Good night, life. I'm tipsy for no reason and got everything to do tomorrow." Hey, girl, you came in here making me laugh. We are on Central Time Zone, and baby, we've been up all day. This is my third live for today. Good night, Becca. Have a good night. Oh my goodness. Kimberly said, um, the problem I have with her is that she acting like her kids ain't passed once they gave her that house. Oh, cause she was so happy, girl. You crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, y'all are late. Okay. Lord, did I step into a serious She said, "Did I step into a serious topic?" Oh my goodness. Yes, it was serious at the end for real. I mean, it was a good topic earlier. But yeah, we were just talking about the girl who, good night, Lou, and thank you for sharing that. The girl who had the van with her and her kids were living in the van, and two of her children passed away. Well, now they are charging her because they found out that the children didn't pass away due to hypothermia, but due to carbon monoxide poisoning. And I was just saying that it's probably because she was running the car trying to stay warm and probably got too much of that into the vehicle. Man, right, Kimberly, I agree. Yeah, that's so sad. So, prayers for all of them. I hate that situation. Mm-mm-mm. But I love y'all. I am going to get off from here and turn in myself. Okay. But I hope everyone has a blessed night. Thank y'all so much for joining. And until next time, peace out.